The brain is a beautiful place to visit, but don't stay there. How many of you have heard me say that when you've come into session? Well, the reason I say that, and I do say it often, is because many of us in today's society are stuck in our heads. And what's in our head? Our ego. Our ego sits in our head. So our brain is filled with all kinds of worries, doubts, fears, concerns, judgments, and usually about the future that hasn't happened yet in the third dimensional reality where time is linear. So oftentimes we're spending time in our brain conjuring up all kinds of worst case scenarios for us in the future. Now, what's important about this is a group called the Institute of HeartMath, which is a bunch of scientists and physicists and quantum physicists who have gotten together and have created devices that can measure a person's energy. So all energy is electromagnetic energy. And our body, which is made up of atoms, which is made up of energy, is also just electromagnetic energy. So this Institute of HeartMath has been able to measure the signals that come from the body and from specific places in the body or specific organs. So they've measured the signals coming from the heart and they've measured the signals coming from the brain. Can you tell me which one is more powerful, the heart or the brain? I kind of gave you a hint early in the video. But if you guessed the brain, you're wrong. It's the heart. So you know that old cliche of follow your heart? It was actually a truth. Stay out of your brain. So why is this important? Well, let's look at electromagnetism. Okay, since we are electromagnetic energy, let's break down the word. What is electro? Electro is short for electricity. Electricity is another word for power. Magnetism. It is a quality that a magnet has that gives it the ability to attract things to it. So electromagnetic energy is your ability to powerfully attract things into your experience. So if we know that the brain sends out weak signals, and we know that the heart sends out very strong signals, tens of thousands of times stronger, why are we using our brain? Why are we overthinking? Why are we trying to understand everything? Why are we trying to calculate everything and prepare for the worst that might happen in the future that hasn't even occurred yet? Our brain is trained that way. Since we've grown up, all we've been doing is feeding our ego with fears and limits and judgments and worries and doubts and concerns. Now we have to retrain ourselves. And we need to retrain our brain. But first and foremost, let's get control of our thoughts. Let's understand what's going on in our brain. And then let's understand the new science, that the heart, and it's proving that the heart is tens of thousands of times stronger than the brain. So let's stop using our brain and forcing it to work when we can only get it to work about 8% capacity at most, and that's like genius capacity. Let's just let the brain do its thing. Let's not try to force the brain to think or figure things out. Let's allow the heart to feel and understand that the heart has its own brain. It has its own nervous system even. So anytime you find yourself stuck in the brain, overanalyzing, worrying about the future, judging something, these are the signals that you're sending out into the universe. And guess what? Even though those signals are not as strong as the heart, thoughts precede emotions. So if you're having a bunch of negative thoughts, even though they are weak signals getting sent out into the universe, what may happen is that these weak signals could encourage a stronger signal coming from the heart, and that heart sending out a signal that's tens of thousands of times stronger out into the universe. Guess what? You're going to powerfully attract those negative thoughts into your experience, into your reality. So I share with you one last time. Stay out of the brain. Get back into your heart. What's the easiest way? Get back into gratitude. Get back into wonder. Get back into joy. Get back into love. Stay out of your head. Stop analyzing. Stop overanalyzing. Most of our aha moments and the truths that we understand and our realizations come when we are not thinking. So give your brain a rest. Give your heart a chance and more powerfully attract a positive future into your life. I love you guys. If you're watching this video on my website, please go to YouTube, subscribe, share the video with other overthinkers, and I wish you much love. And until the next video, namaste.